Hello, this is LotusWolfPod here, and this is a direct response to uh, Zach Cherry, the cherry picker. No diss, you're my buddy, my homie for life. We did a lot of good stuff together back in school and everything. I want to try and be as quick with this as possible. So, let's just get right down to it. So, in your video that I talked to you with, we were talking about Orphan. So, I mean, this is a lot. So, like, okay, that's like the first Orphan, right? Great movie and everything. That's Orphan First Kill, directed by William Brent Bell, who also directed The Boy, right? And in that video when we were talking and everything, like the day before you were kind of dissing, you said you had beef with Orphan First Kill, and then the next day your newest video was The Boy, right? The same director, right? I I think it's kind of funny. But you also mentioned that there was a Scream Factory version of like the first Orphan, right? Which is like that's the first Orphan, but that's also, and I went out and I bought that. Thanks a lot for that. And you also asked like what else has Isabel Furman been in? Because you also said much love to Isabel from me, and I really appreciate that and everything, And what else has she been in? Like she's been in The Novice, which that is like she's just blown up in that. If you just look that up like on Google or something, like you'll see that it has like it's acclaimed for everything, like thrilling, startling, singular, gripping, consistently gripping and everything. And it's like one of the best performances from a girl like that. And she actually did all of that, like this, it's about a sport. And she actually did all of that, like rowing, like kind of like in the Social Network when they were like rowing and stuff. But yeah, then there was the Orphan. That was like the basic main way. And then, okay, we'll get to Orphan First Kill, which is basically Orphan 2, right? So, Zach Cherry, basically, I'm not dissing you in any way. I love you, man. Like, I wish you would talk to me more. But you said in the video that we were talking to that you didn't like the fact that it was a prequel, right? And not a sequel. I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. But like the first 30 minutes like of her like being in the asylum, getting out of the asylum, a lot of people really wanted to see that, like and like I liked the first 30 minutes and everything. And William Brent Bell, who did Stay Alive, also with Frankie Muniz, I, from My Dog Skip and I don't know what Malcolm in the Middle or whatever, right? But yeah, so then it shows basically what happens before, like Vera Farmiga and Peter Sarsgaard and CCH Pounder and all them in the first one. And like yeah, so they're gonna make a third one. They're making a third one right now. They're Isabel and William Brent Bell, who also did The Boy 1 and The Boy 2, which I like both of them. I don't care what anybody says. The Boy 2 was good too. Like Brahms, he's awesome, man. Like in the second one, whatever. And he did Stay Alive, which was based on like a video game or something with Frankie Muniz and everything. But yeah, it's Dark Castle Entertainment, which started with House on Haunted Hill, right? 1999, House on Haunted Hill. And you know, Orphan basically was the movie that made Dark Castle Entertainment the most money ever. Like it was the most popular out of like Ghost Ship, 13 Ghosts, like all those House of Wax, all those movies, that fear.com and stuff. And but then yeah, Orphan First Kill 2, Orphan 2, then it happens before Orphan 1. I mean, I could have taken it either way, right? Like, I do agree. It could have went like they could have just made a sequel, which they'll probably do now. Like, what? She's like a time traveler. she's a Orphan's a time traveler now. So the third one will probably be like the events that happen after the first one. So she'll crawl up out of the ice and she'll escape and go and do whatever she does, be with another family and stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's like they go boop 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 whatever. Orphan First Kill was, it's all right. And the thing is about the two, like Orphan 1 and 2, as it is in the series, um, like both of them have a really good twist that you wouldn't think about, right? Like the second twist in like the prequel Orphan 2 is way different than the one in the first one, you know? And that's what I wanted to say, you know, like they're going to have a really good twist in the third one to make up for all of, you know, like whatever. It'll probably happen unless of course they go back in time. They could go even like back in time before Orphan 2. Like that would probably be some bullshit or whatever, but hopefully we get to see Orphan crawling out of the ice and escaping, eluding the police and the people from the asylum, the Sarn Institute and everything. And and then we see what happens after that. You know, she might go to a house that's, you know, like not occupied or something and catch her breath cuz Vera Farmiga messed the hell out of her and everything, right? In the first one. And then maybe Vera is really pissed off because she killed, you know, Peter Sarsgaard, right? The dad. And her and, you know, her daughter will go in after the orphan. Whatever. And it's all good. Whatever. Orphan First Kill was all right. The ending, I mean, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but it's basically conclusive, right? Then you watch like you could watch the second one, then you could watch the first one, and that's basically the story. Basically. So the third one, you know, I'm trying to get a hold of them. I'm trying to make a horror movie myself. I heard you were trying to make it, and you're not getting back to me or anything or whatever. I got so many ideas and stuff. Not necessarily like a horror movie in general, but like I got some stuff. I can't say it right now because it's too top secret. But there's about 30 projects I'm working on right now. And some of them are really going somewhere. Some of them aren't, but whatever. Orphan 3 is in there. But in your video that we talked together, you also asked, well, first of all, I want to say that like you were trying to say her name. You're like Isabel and and you're like, I can't even say her name right, but you ended up saying her name right. You said her name right. Much love to Isabel Furman, right? You said it. You got it. Like you got it, Adam Zach. Man, you got it. You're like fur. That's kind of funny, but you're like Furman. You said it. You said it right. Much kudos out to you. You are the man. But another and then the next question you asked is what else has she been in? What like to LotusWolfPod about Orphan or whatever? What else has Isabel Furman been in, right? Well, she's been in The Novice, Orphan 1 and 2, and the third one's coming up. That's actually not Orphan 3. That's actually like just like a different copy of Orphan First Kill. It's kind of, you know, a different cover and everything. You know, and then we got her like in a Stephen King movie, right? With John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, if I flip that over and everything, it's like John Cusack, Samuel L. Jackson, and Isabel Furman, right? Like they're there together, right? That's a pretty good movie. You should probably check it out. It's a horror movie. And if you like Stephen King or horror movies or uh, iterations of zombie movies, like if you can stand that, or even just like it's because it's about like you being on your cell phone and then you going crazy on your cell phone. Check it out. I highly recommend it. But Zach, you asked what else has she actually been in? What has this actress actually been in? Oh, there's the Scream Factory one you recommended, and I went out and bought that collector's edition. I'm glad they didn't do it in 4K. I'm glad they just did it in Blu-ray. That's so fucking awesome and everything. But what else has she been in, right? What else has Isabel Furman been in? Well, you might have heard of something called The Hunger Games, right? You might have heard of something, starring Jennifer Lawrence, and oh, that looks really cool, like with the light it reiterating off of her face and everything, right? So Isabel Furman was also in The Hunger Games, and it's good. She was in some other things as well. Uh, Down a Dark Hallway, which was also a horror movie. uh, Dear Eleanor, Hound Dog, Shiro's recently, and her newest thing is Horizon, which is a Kevin Costner movie that's going to win all the awards this year. It's coming out in a week, and I'm going out to the theaters. You want to come with me? Just let me know. I'm gonna. It comes out on the 28th, and I'm gonna see it on the 26th. So you know, and another question you might have is why her, right? Why would you like this girl, like and I got a really good answer for you as well. Well, how many girls do you know that have like trading cards like that, like you know you would have that many, wouldn't you? That's not even including the 70 Orphan movies I have in the closet. Right? The girl that you like, does she have like a trading card like that? That's pretty cool, right? You want to talk to me about that? You can talk to me about that anytime. Although, and then we got special bonus edition shit. This is pretty cool. This is like a Blu-ray special creepy edition, like horror movie kind of stuff. Either way, I'm just trying to answer a couple of your questions. Like, what has she been in? The Hunger Games, Down a Dark Hallway, The Last Thing That Mary Saw, Dear Eleanor, Shiro's, like The Ghost Whisperer with Jamie Kennedy and Jennifer Love Hewitt. I know you met Jamie Kennedy. That's a pretty cool thing. And also like a movie called Salvation Boulevard, which starred like what Pierce Brosnan, Greg Kinnear, and Jennifer Connelly. Right? That was a weird version I got. That isn't actually the real version. This is the real, and Marissa Tomei got in there too, right? And for some reason, Isabel got in there. If you can see her in there, great. If you can't, then that's your issue. Which was a great. If I can zoom out of that a little bit, nobody respected that movie. Nobody respected Salvation Boulevard. It was such a funny, great movie, and nobody respected it at all. And the first movie that this girl that I liked was in with Dakota Fanning, right? And like even she got in the fucking back of that and everything, or even like The Ghost Whisperer. with David Conrad and Jennifer Love Hewitt and Cameron Manheim. I think she was in the Drew Carey show, or Jamie Kennedy, right? Jamie Kennedy's like her sidekick in this, right? Like this is the fourth season I have of that. It's great though. I'm just showing you, right? And I got the version of the Orphan from the United Kingdom. Like I can't actually play this, even though it has like some crazy extras that like I can't even watch because I don't have the right region. But the new the new one, the Scream Factory had a lot of it. They didn't have the interviews. Like this one had a little bit more interviews with the cast and crew, but it had everything else, like the documentaries and everything. And but as I said, like talk to me about it. Like it's something I'm interested in. And her newest thing is basically Shiro's, which is four crazy girls that go on an adventure in Thailand, and they're half naked through the most of the movie and shooting guns off. So and doing drugs and drinking and whatever, whatever you want to say. But the newest thing is Kevin Costner, and that is Horizon, an American saga. If you want to check out what Isabel Furman is doing lately, that is what you are going to check out. And thanks for watching. I hope this explains a little bit. Like as I said, Zach, one of my main homies, right from way back in the day, and like I'm actually making a movie right now too, and he's gone silent, and I've gone silent, and we're both making movies. Like like I could help you make your movie, and you could help me make my movie. Like however, uh, I want to get involved with Orphan 3, like Wrong Turn 8, The Howling 8, things like that. So anyway, that's about it. I'll uh, I'll update you on that in the near future. Hopefully that explains a little bit what was she in. Well, basically, if you want to put that in a really easy answer, Orphan in the Hunger Games, right? Why this girl? Because she has trading cards. And thank you for recommending the Scream Factory uh, edition. Like that was like that's really cool and everything to have that. All right. Well, Zach, get a hold of me. Private message me and stuff because we got some top secret stuff to talk about besides what we're talking about here. And you have yourself a good night, and continue watching Lotus Wolf Pod for life, especially tonight and any other time. I'm not going to make myself look like more of an ass, even from like back in the day when we did the newspapers and stuff. You know, I got some stuff to tell you that you might not know about. Get a hold of me, mofo. All right. Have a good night. Zach Cherry, Cherry Picker. Check him out. His videos are like way more well done than mine and everything. But it's all good, you know? Have a good night. Peace out, homies. Later.